Okay, so we have now our stuff loading in, but we don't have the header and the footer technically loading in right now, right? So if we were to test our site, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's just hit View Site, and it will go over here. Okay, and if we test our site and we do View Site, oops, come on. You'll see there's no header or footer. It's loading in our content such as we wanted it, and it's doing the title such as we told it without any formatting at the moment, but it's doing those things. However, it's not going to currently load in the header or footer. There's also nothing in them, so let's go ahead and get that to work, okay? So let's pull this over, and what I want to do is I'm going to go to my index here. And since the index is the page that it's going to load every time it opens up a page, any post type, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add code in here to load my header and my footer. We're going to remove two things and then we're going to add them. So we're actually going to remove the WP head and the WP footer. The reason why is that those are actually going to exist in the header and footer themselves. We don't need those in here. They don't make sense to actually put in here. They make sense to go in there. It's just we didn't have those initially before. All we had was this page. So that's why I put them in there before. Instead, what we're going to do is you're just right above this. It's real easy. You're just going to go get underscore header like that. And I will give you a guess as to what you're going to put here. Oops, let's go up one. Get underscore footer. And that's literally what it's going to do is it's going to go get the header. And that's why it needs to be named exactly this. And it's going to look for this partial template. And it's actually going to load the template right here. Then we put the content, the content of our body. And then we're going to run, after it's done, the footer. So anything we make inside of WordPress is what this is loading in. But this is going to load in the top part, and this is going to load in the bottom part. So let's go ahead and now make it so we can see if it's working or not. So we need to go to here. And one thing we need to do right off the bat is we need to add in what we took out. So I'm just going to go ahead and do boink PHP. And we're just going to go WP underscore head. Boom. Doink. And like that. Okay, so that's just going to load in. That's just the hook that those that head elements, things that need to be loaded in at that point, that allows them to hook into this thing, right? It basically is creating an event for us for them to target. And then we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to put actual content in here, but just again, so we can see that it's working, we're just going to say this is a heading H1 like that. Okay? Looks pretty good. And let's just go ahead and copy this. So it's literally all it's going to do is just print out as an H1 that. Now let's go to the footer. I'm going to go ahead and paste what I just did. I'm going to change it from head to footer. And we'll just say that this is a footer. I should have said a header, not a footer. But anyways, save that. I don't remember if I saved this, so I'm going to save this too. And now, if we go back to our website and hit Le Creme Fraiche, you will see it's not showing up. Isn't that great? And the reason why is I'm pretty sure I forgot to save this one too. So make sure you save this one. And let's try it again. Control R to refresh. And again, it didn't show up, which is pretty great. I just hit refresh and it was there. I must not have hit refresh. Oh, I hit Control R. I don't think it was actually... Okay, Control R is not refreshing. F5, does that refresh? Okay, well, I guess I just have to hit refresh. Control R or F5 are usually refresh, but apparently it wasn't refreshing, and that's why it wasn't working. So, should be working after that little bit of code. So you see this is footer and this is header. And that basically means that this is indeed loading the header, this is indeed loading the footer, and the footer has this written in it. And just like we said, we put that up there, and the header has this, okay? So at this point, we do have a header, I'm using air quotes right now, and a footer. But obviously, we're going to want to put better content inside of these. But it's a good start. We now have them loading up as we would want.